Everyone, it's Haunted Doll here. We are back for part 2 of The Cup of Destiny. If you watched my last video, you will know I introduced this and I wanted to try it out, and I'm finally getting a chance. So I am going to pour the tea. I used all of this. I set it up beforehand, and look, none of the tea leaves are going in there. I set this all up beforehand so that you wouldn't have to go through the water boiling process and everything. And now I have to wait for it to cool because it is really, really hot. So while I'm waiting for that, I figured I would tell you more about myself. I am an actress and a writer, and I enjoy writing urban fantasy and psychological thrillers and horror. I also, as an actress, enjoy doing those kinds of things. And my producer back there is giving me a weird look. So I enjoy doing that. And one of the things for my acting projects that I do is Renaissance festivals. So one of the Renaissance festivals that I visited recently was in Lumberton, Mississippi. It was the Pirate and Renaissance Festival there. And I picked up this thing, which is sort of related to what we're doing. It is called an oracle board. And it's not like a Ouija board or a spirit board. It's more like a magic 8-ball. And how it works is you set it down and you pick up the pendulum and you ask it a question. And it will give you a yes, no, don't know, maybe answer by the way it's swinging. But it's really kind of cool. So if I ask it a question, so I'm having a problem with my van right now. So I'm going to ask it, is my van going to be repaired? And as you can see, I am not moving my hand at all. And the pendulum starts to swing. And it is telling me yes. So I'm just going to set this aside because I know how much it costs to repair my van, and it's kind of not worth it right now. So maybe later. In the meantime, I'm waiting for my tea to cool. So I'm going to let that happen, and I'm going to pause this, and I'm going to come back after I've let it cool and drink it a little bit, and we'll get back to the reading.
Button isn't working.
And we're back. So during the intermission, I let the tea cool, and I drank most of it, so there's only like a sip left. So I'm going to continue to follow the instructions in the book. I'm going to finish my tea. Here's to you all. Okay, that's really strong. And then it says to spin the tea or the teacup by the handle 3 times counterclockwise. So 1, 2, 3. And aren't you glad I didn't do the Sesame Street count thing and then go because that's the way I am. All right, so after that, it says to flip the cup over and let it sit for a minute. So we have a minute to have me babble at you again. According to the book, the rim is the present and the very near future. The middle part is what's coming up, like, I don't know, sort of not near future, but soon. And then the bottom part of the cup, which is the base, they say, it can be the distant future. So I'm not sure if this works the same way as tarot cards are, but usually if you change what you're doing, stuff will change too. So according to this, there's 2 ways to do it. There's a tea leaf reading game, and there is also just your standard tea leaf readings, and one's fun and kind of hokey, and the other one is a little more serious if you take this kind of stuff seriously. So That's the way that is. Do you think it's been more than a minute? Just a bit more. Okay, so more to babble about. I collect weird things, and these are things I'm going to be showing you all in the future if you subscribe to my channel. So do that and subscribe, and I'll be telling you more about my writing and my acting, which is a lot of fun for me. So hopefully it'll be fun for you. And I'll just be telling you more about myself. Like, I bought a house, I'm remodeling it, and I have a very eclectic taste. Oh, I just wanted to show you part of one of my collections. This is part of my creepy doll collection. I have a real cool artist doll friend who does art dolls, and this was actually part of when I bought a doll from her. She sent this as a free gift. So I collect strange and unusual and sometimes very, very creepy dolls. And I get them from a number of sources, but I really like her because look, she's got a spider in her hair, and she's got a really cool black veil and little skull jewelry, which I like. And she has really, really awesome eyes. So she is something that actually I use to inspire me in my writing, which more about that another time too. So thank you very much. So I guess it's been about a minute, so I'm going to flip this cup over and we're going to see what the book says. Okay, so as you can see, not a whole lot stayed in the cup, and I am not sure why that is, but there's nothing on the rim, so it looks like my future for the next week or so is kind of boring. I do have a little bit on the middle part, which do not look like pictures or symbols to me at all. But, you know, maybe my imagination isn't all that good when it comes to things like that. I don't know. And there's a little bit on the base. However, the little symbols in here in the cup are all based on astrological signs. So let's see if that tells us anything just based on where they are. I've got one in something that looks like a really mutated donut. So let's see what that says. Mutated donut. Astrological symbol. See, I like books. That is the sun. So considering there's quite a bit right there, it says you can make a positive impact on circumstances and people now. This symbol means creativity, joy, and success. So if that's my coming up future, yay, that's positive. I'm all for that. Then there's a little bit on the moon, and it says your innermost feelings and most intimate relationships will be important. Pay attention to your dreams and intuitive inspiration. So that's good too. And then there's something that looks like a stick figure with horns. And that is the symbol for Mercury. And it means communication, conversation, travel, and knowledge. This should be a social, lively phase. So I'm taking that as there's a whole lot of creativity, joy, and success, and social interactions coming up, and that my dreams and intuitive inspiration are important. So that kind of goes with creativity, so that's good. Now, for the base of the cup, which is the furthest away, I don't know, there's just kind of one big lumpy T thing. It doesn't really look like anything to me, but I'm just going to take that as the fact that I have a future and I'm not dying tomorrow. So yay me. So that's my first experiment with it. I'm hoping that I will do this again, and maybe I'll have you join me, maybe not, because I don't know. I'm not saying this was an epic fail, because I don't think it was. I think I just need a little more practice. So thank you for watching. Subscribe if you like. If not, well, maybe you'll come watch again and you'll decide to then. Thanks again. Bye.